Magic Ads has arrived and announces the Delver Master School is in session. Scalding Tarn has been cracked. Basic Island for Roland. You've been watching our streams recently. You know Roland's been playing Delver for quite a while. But Roland's been playing some Delver, and on the other side we have Matthew, who's been experimenting with a couple of different fair blue piles. We'll see how this goes. I don't really know what's in Matthew's deck. We're going to find out together.
Basic Island. Basic Island. Okay. It's the only one that's like this deck. Cool.
Black.
Okay, that is a Basic Island. Storm Chaser's Talent, a card that's been on the minds of players at our locals, as a bunch of people have been playing Storm Chaser's Talent decks in Legacy. Force of Will on a Daze, Force of Negation. They're really fighting over this Storm Chaser's Talent. People are respecting the card now, as you can see. Roland went after it. It's now exiled. Pass the turn to Roland. Delver will flip, revealing a bolt.
Chalice for 1.
The Storm Chaser Talent base decks also tend to run This Town Ain't Big Enough. Card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We've been seeing some of the, I don't know about this particular list that Matthew is playing, but we've been seeing people running the Corey Steele Cutter in some control decks recently. Up the Beanstalk. Matthew's been getting a little creative with the deck building. It's a Dragon's Rage Challenger now for Roland. Roland's setting up the clock. All right, Flooded Trend getting cracked here from Matthew.
Surveil with the Hedge Maze.
Yep. I'm going to Sundering Eruption.
Hedge Maze Surveil.
Yeah. You gotta base it.
And it comes into play tapped?
Tapped, yeah. Just to verify. I have it here, it's just a load out. Tapped.
Okay.
I'll keep it on top. Sure.
Okay, left the card on top with Hedge Maze. It's a good sign for Matthew, I guess. Finding something we want. Abundant Growth, okay. I don't see Urion. I don't think this is a Urion deck.
Lowering these two bad.
That's fine.
Okay.
Looks like Roland has 2 types in the graveyard right now. Instant and land. 2 more needed for Delirium. Okay, going after Savannah with a Wasteland.
I'll pass.
Yep. Go to damage.
Yep.
Second man?
All right, 4 damage gets in.
I'll take
Second main phase, Brainstorm Surveil. Delta dumped.
I'm going to draw 2 cards with the ring.
7 life for Matthew is pretty low, considering the board right now.
How many cards do you have?
4 power currently, plus we know these decks run Lightning Bolt.
Blood Sun?
And we saw one earlier, right? Didn't it flip the Delver? Yeah, Bolt is in hand. I thought so.
So these would both die, right?
They'll blow up. spontaneously combust.
Cards in your four. I will
4 cards in Matthew's hand.
make another. This makes an additional mana.
No, a mana of any color.
A mana of any color right now.
So I could just tap it for any color.
I'll pass over to you. During your upkeep, I'll bolt. Sure, so I'll trigger.
Pitching bargain.
Okay, Force of Will, pitching Rakshasa's Bargain to counter a Lightning Bolt. Roland getting a refresher on what that card does. New card from Tarkir Dragonstorm. It's hot in Legacy right now.
What does that make again?
Okay, Storm Chaser's Talent getting cast. We saw a fight over this card earlier.
And then I'll pass to you.
Land for turn, so turns on. I can still float for mana though.
Yeah.
No land drop for Matthew. Matthew in some trouble. 2 cards in hand.
Upkeep. Bolt targeting you. Mr. Belcher.
You got it.
All right, Lightning Bolt ends the game. Going to game 2. It's kind of mid-rangey 2025 Beanstalk decks. Abundant Growth.
Pass to you.
Yeah.
All right, Roland will fetch, get a Volk. And Delver of Secrets, that card is still pretty good here in 2025. Flips into a 3-power flyer and then quickly chips away at the life total. All right, here's up the Beanstalk.
I'll pass to you.
I mentioned on, I think it was last week's stream, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, the comments section and the Discord, and if you're not in the 90s MTG Discord, you should probably join. Links are all over the place. But discussion about, up the Beanstalk, I think that card has to go. The play patterns, the whole thing. 2025? Oh, thank goodness, up the Beanstalk. Everybody's glad it's back. The mind of the Magic player is so funny to me and interesting.
Cards?
Very true. The dog is saying that when playing Delver, ending the game on a bolt is so satisfying. Absolutely right. We're still lightning bolting here in 2025. Insectile Aberration attacking. It's Legacy, everybody. What about the power creep? I'll lightning bolt you. Okay, Momentum Breaker. We're gonna get some speed here if it resolves. This card has looked pretty cool. I've played against it a few times now. The local scene has a few players running this Momentum Breaker card in a variety of different decks. I actually got smacked by an 8-rack deck at FNM last week running this card. Card's pretty cool. Kind of worked great in the 8-rack deck because make you sack a creature or you got to discard a card.
Brainstorm?
Brainstorm in response to the Force of Will. Pitching Daze on the Momentum Breaker, trying to save this Insectile Aberration. Question for the chat, question for the YouTube comments, though. What do you think? What is the best vehicle in Legacy right now? Like right now, today. What's the best vehicle? Interpret that however you want. Robert says Smuggler's Copter. Magic has, I think, with the right answer for me, unlicensed hearse. Mr. Vargas says Clown Car. Idol says hearse. It's got to be the hearse, right?
Yep.
Was the hearse in... Oh, man. Was it in Streets of New Capenna? I believe so.
We want to play.
That was a pretty high impact card for Legacy, the Hearse. It's died down a little bit, especially since the graveyard decks have subsided quite a bit after the bans. But Unlicensed Hearse is a hit. Does Lion Sash count? I don't believe so. That's not a vehicle at all, is it? Lion Sash is not a vehicle. Okay, another Momentum Breaker has hit the stack. Trying to get this Insect Aberration removed.
One speed, back speed is 4. I'm just going to put a counter on it so you know what speed I'm at.
Yeah, so enters each one sacrifices. I'm in.
Wow, Matthew does not have the speed token.
I'll send it to you.
Just putting the speed on the card. Unbelievable. Here's Storm Chaser's talent.
1, 3.
3 cards.
I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I keep it.
Ready?
Yes.
Thinking.
What does speed do? That's the Legacy players I know. Here's Pyroblast. Pyroblast takes out Storm Chaser's talent. It doesn't resolve. Magic Ant says Roland wants old Legacy back. Yeah, there's a lot of wanting old Legacy back, people. The problem in my mind is that they weren't happy back then either. They were complaining the same amount.
Bargain for 4 mana.
Rakshasa's Bargain, folks. Is this card on your radar yet?
Beanstalk, trigger on the stack.
Trigger speed. So up to 2 speed.
All right, fetching here, and Matthew remembering that it increases his speed. If you lose life, I get speed. Let's go.
When your opponent loses life. It resolves. The trigger's on the stack.
Turns on side.
So the Rakshasa's Bargain is still in the stack. Roland has fetched in response. Found a trop.
I'll float a red response. That's fine.
Seek the Beast. Misty Rainforest. Daze. Daze not too bad right now.
Caves.
Okay, Beanstalk Trigger still happens. Rakshasa's Bargain was successfully countered by a Great Daze. Flooded Strand gets played. Pass the turn back to Roland.
I'll be green. You seem sensible already.
Yeah, I'll go red.
So Matthew's speed is 2. Speed not super relevant, but the Momentum Breaker can sack to gain life equal to your speed, which could matter. We saw Bolt end game 1. Questing Druid is on an adventure. Misty Rainforest can be played.
How many cards? 3? No mana.
Okay, just gonna play the Trop from hand, play the Questing Druid. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Almost fine.
All right, Roland passes it back. We're gonna see a fetch on end step, maybe for a Surveil land. Nope, it is Xander's Lounge.
And go to my turn.
Move to combat. For 7 triggers.
Passing it back to Matthew.
Second phase. I'll focus for 2 pose and avatar. Or license first. Oh, that's all the one
Fetches a tropical island now. Second up the Beanstalk. If we can start triggering these Beanstalks, Roland will fall behind on cards very quickly.
Bargain. Trigger.
Well, Rakshas's Bargain is on the stack. 2 Beanstalk triggers as well.
Crop rotation for this, at the very least.
Yeah.
Also, I probably should have just hit the targeting in Chromox in, but I really wanted to get rid of the Blood Sun because I was sitting on 2, what's it called?
Okay, bolt you in response. Grow the Questing Druid.
I could have hit the one you hadn't committed to yet, but I was hoping for
These 2.
and so I was
Life
hoping
of Malone and Bargain in the yard.
A Life from the Loam and a Rakshas's Bargain into the graveyard. Pretty cool. Life from the Loam will be interesting. No sign of Wasteland yet. Swords on the Questing Druid.
It's definitely an interesting situation because it's like, okay, do I pull like a Blood Sun or do I like,
Yeah. Well, I needed to kill the Blood Sun, just a matter of which Chromox.
yeah.
To prevent you from getting
Pitching
4 mana back.
Brainstorm, trigger.
4 mana on the subsequent turn.
Force pitching Brainstorm in response to this Daze, trying to protect Swords to Plowshares. 2 Beanstalk triggers.
All one side.
I like Gibson Chaos Event. It's actually my pet card.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Roland missed the trigger for the Questing Druid.
Sorry, what's going on? You still
You get 3 life, right? Because of the
Yeah,
dagger.
the guy,
Just wanted to make sure that was
black
true.
Oh, okay. So the players did catch the Questing Druid had an extra power toughness. So Roland game 3 has no creatures in play now. Matthew's at 8.
implies that it's not that good, right?
Yeah. Have fun. I'm gonna keep it.
A lot of cycles. All entirely cycles.
There was a version of Stompy.
Roland brainstorming here. Roland's gonna fall way behind on cards as we said with these double Beanstalks in play. Maybe already buried in card advantage at this point. Okay, Roland fetches with a Scalding Tarn. Finds a trop, puts it into play.
Right? No pregame effects.
I'm no pregame effects.
Exploration.
Sure.
Sorry, trigger.
Yep.
Now, go.
Chromox. Shadow Spawn.
Matthew holding quite a few cards in hand. Price of Progress. Price of Progress ends the game. Okay, that's not what I expected, but Price of Progress ends the game. Roland wins the match. Price of Progress, everybody. GG's.